Wow, Chris Ross will be doing double duties for the San Miguel Beermen very, very soon. The defensive superstar is named the team's playing assistant coach when the PBA Commissioner's Cup tips off November 5th. Joining us to go all out on this story is none other than PBA superstar himself. There he is, one of my favorite players, and he knows that. C. Ross, Chris Ross, joining us live via Zoom. Wow, I like that effect.
Who did that? Did I do that?
I think so. But your hands are up there. Good evening, buddy. Great to have you again on the show. Should I start calling you Coach Chris from now on?
I mean, some of my teammates been joking with me, calling me Coach Chris. So
Yeah.
I'm still playing, so I'm good with Chris for now.
Buddy, before we get to the conversation, I know I told you before we went on air earlier, I was messaging with you the topics. How about your San Antonio Spurs, man? I know you're born and raised in San Antonio. We were messaging earlier. What can you say about the first game when Banyama losing to Luka and the Dallas Mavericks?
I mean, he's still young. He had it wasn't a shaky debut, but he was in foul trouble. I think there was a little bit of nerves there for him, which is understandable. But I saw a crazy stat that he had the same exact numbers that Tim Duncan did in his debut. So if that's anything to tell us, like we'll for the next 20 years we'll be A-okay.
Well, now let's get back to you, Coach Chris. You've spent 13 years as a player. Entering your 14th season now? C. Ross, am I correct? Right? You were drafted in 2009.
I don't even know. I think I lost count like 5 years ago. So I'm like,
I saw your post.
I'm either 13, 14, or 15. One of those.
Well, here are your highlights. Our producer prepared this fantastic graphic we have on our screen. 542 games, bro. Here are your averages, close to 7 in your whole career. Points a game, 4 boards, 5 assists, almost 2 steals per game. Your career highlights and accomplishments, of course. 9-time PBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 5-time PBA All-Star, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time All-Defensive Team, 17-time PBA Mythical First Team, 2017 that is, not 17th time. Best Player of the Conference back in the 2017, the Commissioner's Cup, where you were the most improved player. Looking at your accolades, Coach Chris, what made you decide to accept the offer of taking on the responsibility of as an assistant coach, and why just now?
Honestly, I feel like when I'm done playing, coaching will probably be the next step for me. And I know that the end of my playing career is it's not coming to an end right now, but I'm closer to the end than I am at the beginning. So I had a good talk with Boss Al, and he told me that he appreciates what I've brought to this team, to the company. Him and both RSA, they said that whenever I'm done playing, whenever I decide, whenever that time comes, that they want me to have the opportunity to step right in and have a job right away. So I was very grateful for them, and I've been grateful for them. I've told them that they've literally changed my life. So just getting this opportunity, it's pretty big time, because I don't know how many active players have had the title of being an assistant coach. So it's definitely a blessing.
Yeah, not a lot of people can say that. Well, when the news of you being an assistant coach came out on Twitter, one of the players, I was actually excited for you, but one of the players that was really excited was former Bay Area Dragons import. I'm sure you've seen it by now, C. Ross. Miles Powell. And Miles even said, you saw that, right? Miles even said that he will play for SMB if you become head coach. What are your thoughts on that? And have you talked to Miles about that and the possibility of, playing for you guys for SMB this season?
Yeah, Miles is my guy, man. I mean, we built a great relationship when he got here, and he's been like, I thought there was going to be a chance for him to come play for us, but obviously China, the CBA is high on his list, and obviously getting back in the NBA is, but as soon as he saw that tweet, he messaged me on Instagram and told me to check his tweet, and I saw it, and I said, "Hey man, if it ever happens, we got to make it happen." But Miles is my guy. He's an amazing player. He's a great player. He was explosive when he was here.
Yeah.
And if that opportunity ever arises, maybe we can make it happen. But that's a lot further down the line.
Yeah, just drop one play. ISO. One top clear out from Miles Powell. As an assistant coach, I also want to get your thoughts on your new teammates. Well, specifically, Jeron Tang. Having JT now with you guys, as I said, when I talked to him, when I got to interview JT, he was here on the show. The rich get richer with SMB getting Jeron Tang. Your thoughts on adding a player like Jeron Tang, who's young, at his prime, and you've been practicing with the guy already?
Yeah, I mean JT, he's I love JT, man. He's only been with us for about a week, but he's learning, he's listening. He's like every time I have something to say to him, he's looking at me straight in my eyes and kind of taking in everything that I'm telling him. And he's a willing learner. He plays hard. He's established in this league. He doesn't have anything else to prove. And from some of the articles I've been reading from him, saying that he's willing to do whatever it takes to. His goal is to help win a championship, and he's showing that in practice. He's defending, he's rebounding, he's sharing the ball, and he's a great addition for us. And I'm excited for him going forward, being part of our franchise.
Well, Coach Chris, C. Ross, you're also a part of that historic Gilas Pilipinas team in the 19th Asian Games in China. Well, I was telling you, not everybody, not a lot of players can say, we won the SEA Games gold and the Asian Games gold, the historic Asian Games gold, all in 1 year. Let's talk about that after the break. But for now, I'm going to quiz you, buddy. So listen up. Let's take a look at our quiz question of the day. Chris Ross is the fourth player in PBA history to record at least 1,000 career steals. Now, who are the other three? Props to Fidel Mangonon for this particular question. You know the answer? Well, save that for later, Chris, okay? We'll take a really quick timeout.
I know it. I think I know it.
Hold up. Yeah, save it for later, buddy. We'll check out the rest of the results from around the NBA as we take a really quick break. Sports Desk, we'll be right back only here on CNN Philippines. Stay tuned. Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines. And our guest today, Chris Ross, playing assistant coach for the San Miguel Beermen. See, Ross, let's talk about Gilas Pilipinas now. It took you a long time before you finally got to play for the national team. But since 2019, you have won 3 gold medals, 2 in the SEA Games, and of course, that historic Asian Games gold. You weren't even part of the initial. You were one of the replacements who came in, and then all of a sudden, it's like you've been winning gold. You and Marshall, like winning golds this year, man. Let's talk about that. Like, what's it like, and you're also, the vocal leader of that team. But what's it like? Tell me about it, Chris. Like winning the SEA Games gold and, of course, that Asian Games historic gold medal, man.
Man, it was surreal, man, honestly. But just being with those guys, we built a super strong brotherhood in such a short time. I don't know if it was because half of us played together in the SEA Games, but there was a nice amount of people that didn't play in the SEA Games with us. But we really built a great bond, and just being with the guys every day. And for me, not necessarily, I wasn't a part of the original 12, and then being a replacement. I think it was a blessing in disguise, because I think 2 days into the camp, Coach Tim named me co-captain with Jappi, and I was kind of surprised at that, because knowing the guys that have been there for a while, but Coach Tim had the trust in me and to name me the team captain. But those guys were all professional. Those guys were, you could tell we had one goal in mind, and that Jordan game, the first Jordan game when we lost, it actually made us stronger. And I felt like when that happened to us, I felt like it was similar to what happened in the SEA Games, because we lost to Cambodia early, and then we said that if we were to play them again, we would win. And that was the same thing that happened in the Asian Games. We thought that if we were able to play Jordan again, we would win. Not knowing that we had to climb that China mountain, because they're a tough team, man, and being down 20 early. But the guys were up to the challenge, man. I mean, Justin was amazing. Not only Justin, but I mean, everyone was amazing. Scotty played well. Kevin came in and gave us great minutes. I mean, Newsom. I mean, everyone that was in the game, even guys that didn't get in, were amazing. And we needed everybody for that game. And then when we got to Jordan, I kind of knew that
Yeah.
we were going to win. I even told the guys before the semifinal match, the China game, that if we won that, that's pretty much the gold medal game.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be too confident, but I was confident
Yeah.
in my guys that if we were to get past China, we would be able to
Yeah.
adjust and get past Jordan.
Yeah. Well, that was a great campaign, and you said it yourself. You have this bond already, and I was looking at the players' pictures, media day, and just seeing the closeness to the bond. This group will forever have that special bond that you won that historic Asian Games after 6 decades for the Philippines. So,
Right, absolutely.
see, Ross, you have 9 championships. As I said, you're a 9-time PBA champion, including that miracle back in 2016 when you came back down 0-3 against Alaska. Then you were part of that Death 5, winning so many championships. But where do you put this? Among everything that you've won, man, where do you put this particular Asian Games gold? Just this Asian Games gold, where do you rank it? Put it?
I mean, I'll tell you this too. We had a players only meeting the night before the gold medal match, and I sat in front of everyone, the other 11 guys on the team, and told them that I said I've won 9 championships. I've been part of some amazing, great teams. But if we win tomorrow, if we win the gold, it has to jump to the top, because I told the guys that none of our contemporaries, none of the guys that we've played with in the PBA have won gold at the Asian Games. So that would set us 12 apart from everyone else that is in the PBA. So, I mean, there's been guys that, like JD has 9 championships. Rafi Rivas has, I don't know how many championships he has. There's multiple guys that have as many championships or close to me or even more than I have in the PBA, but none of them have Asian Games gold medal. So this has to rank up at the top for me.
Let's talk about your career, man. Just an illustrious career, definitely a Hall of Fame career. You were drafted back in 2009, first round, 3rd overall pick. By then, the Burger King Whoppers. You played for Coca-Cola, for Santa Lucia, for Meralco, for Petron San Miguel, and of course, now you're an assistant. And we showed here are your accomplishments and your averages on the screen. Looking back, okay, we set aside, you mentioned how special that gold medal is. None of your contemporaries have that the bragging rights. But you, looking at the highlights or the page, what is your favorite? Or something that you will always tell your kids, your grandkids? I know you're not retiring yet. I'm just asking you.
No, I mean, I still, let's get that. Let's let people know about that. I got a couple years left in me before I actually retire. But I think the most, what I would tell my kids and grandkids would be that I just didn't give up. I remember the day I got drafted. I won't say who.
Okay.
But someone that was doing the draft said that there's only one guy in this draft that would last long in the PBA, and they were talking about Japet. I don't know, was it Japet or Rico? I just, when they said that, my mind went blank. But they said that only one guy in our draft would last long, and I had a rocky rookie season. I got traded at the end of my rookie year, and it was like someone gave up on me. Knowing I've always been a really good player, like throughout my teams and throughout my career, and this was the first time that someone gave up on me so quick. And I learned that being a pro it's a business, and you got to produce. So from being given up on my first year to now being in I guess it's my 14th or 15th year. I would just tell my kids and my grandkids that I didn't quit when people gave up on me.
I agree. 38. So you said 2 years? Do you still see yourself 2 years, 3 or more years?
My goal coming in was I played 10 years, so now I passed 10. Now that I'm getting close to 40, I told myself I'll try to play till I'm 40. So
all right,
another 2 years.
I don't doubt that, man. What do you want to tell all the fans, all the SMB fans, and all the Chris Ross fans before we go to our the answer to the quiz question of the day? Go ahead.
Just I appreciate you guys. It's been a long journey. You guys been up with me through my whole career, and hopefully, I put smiles on your faces. I know you guys. I know I didn't play well all the time, but when I did, I hope I made you guys proud. And I'm not done yet, man. I got a couple more years left in me, and hopefully we can add a couple more championships to that resume. So it's been a long journey, but stay buckled up. There's still more to come.
Now time to find out the answer to our quiz question of the day. And I think you know the answer, man. If you get this, coffee on me or a meal or whatever, I'll send it your way. Chris Ross, the fourth player in PBA history to record at least 1,000 career steals. Name me the other three if you can. See, Ross, go ahead.
Johnny A is one for sure.
That's one.
I think Ramon Fernandez.
That's two.
And Robert Jaworski.
Well, let's find out the correct answers on our screens. You got El Presidente Ramon Fernandez and a flying egg, Johnny Barrientos. Bernie Fabiosa as the other.
Man.
Yes, Chris Ross achieved, by the way, the career highlight after tallying 5 steals in a loss to Barangay Ginebra last March 29th in the PBA Governor's Cup semifinals. C. Ross is also the first PBA player in 2 decades to record 1,000 steals. Again, buddy, thank you for your time. Best of luck, Coach Chris. Thank you. And by the way, I still have that jersey you gave me at Acropolis, that practice jersey. It doesn't fit, but I'm trying to trim down so it fits me again. Thank you, buddy.
I got a game jersey for you now. So
yes,
next time I see you, I'll get you a game jersey.
Yes, sir. Book it. Thank you. Thank you so much again.
All right.
And also, we'd like to thank PBA Chief Statistician Fidel Mangonon for helping us, of course, with the quiz question of the day. Thank you once again. Chris Ross, now playing assistant coach for the San Miguel Beermen. See you, buddy.